This is probably just gonna get cut out, honestly. So I made a playlist and everything. I have a bunch of Persona songs. I think there are like 8 in here. I didn't make it too long because I don't think I'd be able to last longer than that long and going back to back between songs. Yeah, I went through, I figured out which ones kind of worked, and I'm gonna play through them all together. Then kind of rank them either as I go or after. So, yeah. Let's go. Of course I had to start with some Persona 5 songs, you know, it's kinda... I kinda have to, you know? I'm playing it right now. Or at least I'm preparing to Nuzlocke it right now, so... It matches up decently well. At least from when I tested it. It works for the lower energy tempo. I'm not sure how that will work when it switches over here. Seems to be holding up decently well. There are a lot of these. It kind of depends on when you know, hit combos and everything, if it will match up properly. And I feel like that's like, no shit kind of thing. But I mean, like, it can be on timing, but if you started that combo at an awkward moment, it might not work as well. I will say, some of these earlier ones might have a bit of an advantage, or maybe some of the later ones have a better advantage. I'm not fully certain yet, but because it's continuous, it is going to continue to get harder the longer that, you know, we're playing. For the most part, it does seem like it is staying up well. Yeah, it's keeping the tempo, it's not kind of awkward sounding. I'll have to, like, when editing this, put the BPM on screen, because I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Alright, it made it through that part. It does seem to hold up well, going from the, I guess, slower parts. It works with the different levels of energy this song has. Also, I realized I can do this, and now I've just been spamming it every time I'm waiting for things to attack me. Will this bite me in the butt? Probably. Probably. I'm probably gonna take so much extra damage just from that. I think we have about 2 from Persona 5. This is honestly the one that kind of made me want to do this. Well, after it was mentioned in chat. Yeah, it has a decently good BPM for this. The energy stays kind of the same throughout the song. I mean, it does go up and down a little bit, but it stays consistent enough that I wasn't worried about it really, you know, not meshing well with the, like, patterns that these attacks go in.
Missed me. Okay.
Alright, the tempo does hold up both in, I don't know if I would consider them critical hits. You know, when you hit it, it's just like a couple and it knocks him down directly. I guess it's perfect timed ones. And, you know, the regular ones. But yeah, it seems to work with both versions. This is how you guys are gonna find out that I actually don't know the lyrics to any of these. That was a good hit. That was timed on the perfect beats. Now there were definitely a lot of ones that I tried, and then they ended up not really working for this. And part of that is the way that the attacks go. There are certain patterns, it's certain amounts of attacks, you can't guarantee any specific one. And all it really looks at is BPM. So while it works on this, something that's a little bit less consistent, I guess, might not work as well. Or especially, I had trouble getting anything that was on the lower energy side to work. You know, I was gonna get the Velvet Room music, but that one just very much did not work. For them to work on this, they need to have a strong bass beat to them. The specific style of music doesn't seem to matter though. I'd say a couple of different types of music in this list. This is the part that I'd honestly be the most scared of for it. Or for how well it would be. It goes from this high energy, like, type of music down to a lot softer of a version. It does still work for this one. Honestly, this is a really good one for it. Not that I'm surprised. It's a lot of the, like, battle music seems to be good. There are about like 5 seconds of silence between each song. So my original plan was just to go for Persona 5 and 3. You know, I figured that it was gonna be more fair that way. So we have moved on to the Persona 3 ones. I think there are another 2, maybe 3 in this one. It's one or the other. I'm not actually certain. Time for me to stop talking and start paying attention again, because that's kind of important to this. This one, I'd say it works decently well. It's a lot shorter than the other one. I think this is the shortest song on the list. A lot less to judge on it. But it also stays very consistent throughout because of how short it is. I think it does a little bit better on the longer attack combos. Those ones don't sound as good. Might work every once in a while, but it needs more beats per its attack set than some of the other ones do. You can't perfect every single one. I would like to actually right now say, it is kind of cool how easily it changes, like, the tempo midway through each round when you switch songs. I think overall this is, just for songs in general, not specifically for this, I think this is my favorite one that's on the list. This is one of those songs that I listen to it whenever I'm doing art stuff, honestly. So this, I am also well acquainted with this one. You know it's a good fight with this one, sure, but, you know, it's... I don't actually know what the chances are in Persona 3 for this one to show up when you're fighting. It seems like probably like 1 in 3. I need to get a perfect to see how that sounds in this. Okay, it works. It's not the best, but it can work. It does. I feel like it has to hit at the right moment. We're losing a little bit of the beat here. This is one of the ones that the change in energy does kind of affect how it is. Well, I mean, all of them are going to be affected by it, but some of them definitely more than others. Yeah, this one, the changes in energy. Oops. Why are you not working? Hang on. There we go. Every once in a while, pressing Y does not work. this is where it kind of gets interesting. So, originally it was just going to be Persona 3 and Persona 5. You know, I figured it would be a little bit unfair to use games that are a bit older at this point, along with especially the newest versions of, you know, Persona games. You know, we got Persona 3 Reload. It got remade. The playlist got at least upgraded or updated a little bit. It felt a little unfair to put something like Persona 4 in. But then I actually listened to the playlist for Persona 4 for the first time. It was actually my first time listening to any of the Persona 4 music. I've heard none of it. And there were a couple songs in there that had a decently good style, specifically for something like this. I think there are another 2 in this one. It's good, but it's also a little bit iffy with some of the attacks. Like, it blends well, but it is one where you definitely have to attack on the right beats. You know, if that happened midway through that set of beats, it would have sounded very awkward. Solo beats also seem to be not quite as good. It needs the extra hits in there. Sometimes, though. That one would have been better probably with one. Yeah, this one's definitely not perfect. Yeah, it's missing something. This one's a personal favorite just for the fact that it does work. You know, this one, it's not specifically the fact that it meshes perfectly. It's just the comedy of it to me. Yeah, it's such happy music. And then you match that with, you know, you're just destroying people. Now, this one is also Persona 4, by the way. It is... A lot of the Persona 4 ones are a bit on the shorter side. But especially this one does seem to work decently well. I need to get it perfect in the next 20 seconds. Hang on. Yeah, that blends perfectly. This might be one of the best on the list. Okay, so these last 2 were also not originally going to be on the list, and also the audio isn't really the best on them. So these are, from my personal favorite Persona game, it was kind of the first version in the series that I was introduced to. It's not the first one I played. The first one I played was 5, but my first introduction into Persona in general came from Persona Q, specifically the manga, but you know, close enough. The audio in this one is kinda iffy, it's not the best, but at the same time, it came from audio that was recorded from a 3DS, so it's only gonna be so good. It blends decently well. I will say it's probably one of the worst ones on the list. There are two of this, by the way. It's two of technically the same song, just different versions of it. Persona Q didn't have many bits blended well for this. I would have looked into Persona Q, I didn't want the list to be too long. The Persona Q ones do have, I would say, a better tempo for this kind of thing. Specifically on the lyrical side. No, don't get me wrong, a lot of them have a decently good tempo for any lyrics that are in them, but there are definitely ones that are better or worse. Hello! Hope you enjoyed the video! There will likely be 1 to 2 more of these, because I only went through the most mainstream titles, and Persona Q this time. But there's still the original 2 games, Q2, possibly Strikers, Arena, the 3 dancing games, etc, etc. Let me know your favorite game or song from the Persona series down below. Hope you enjoyed the video, and ciao!